Alright, everyone, welcome back and welcome along to the 10th round of the Spec F1 Esports F2 European Series. My name is RacerX, commentating once again for you guys today for the F2 Series. And today we are in probably my personal favorite tracks, but also a special track to everyone's heart that's loves speed, of course. And that is, of course, the Autodromo d'Italia Monza, or we are in is in Monza, Italy, for the Italian Grand Prix. So pretty much everyone's getting ready for their one-shot qualifying. Of course, if you know the format, it's 50% feature and sprint race. So I think the feature race will be 15 laps. Sprint race will be 11 laps. So yeah, I think that's what's going to be going on for the time being. So looks like we have about 13 cars on the grid, and I think we have some new faces that I have not seen before. I think that would be Tom Danielle. Let me look at him. I think he's the one in the Prima. Yep, he's in the Prima team. So yeah, new faces. Looks like. We have fans showing up for Marco Boda. Very nice to see. And of course, right now, looks like we have is Armchair Bike leading the pole right now with BRT Fast in second place. Now, I don't have the point standings up for you guys because the point standings haven't been updated. But I do know from last week we were in Belgium and Armchair Bike pretty much dominated the entire race again. But I don't know where everyone stands at the moment because constructors nor driver standings haven't even been updated. So hopefully by next race I'll try to keep you posted. But in the time being, it looks like Armchair Bike will get pole, I think, unless BRT Fast, who is I think is the current points leader. Looks like Armchair Bike does get pole, 130.1, compared to Fast 130.3. Looks like we got more Marco Boda fans coming. Hey, nice to meet you guys, and welcome to the live stream. So, Armchair Bike is your pole sitter for the Fatusi. BRT Fast in second for the VWTR. Nooney is third for the ART. Kiwi in fourth. Campus Schmeg in fifth. Dams in sixth. GTX Gamer in seventh. Of course, this is also his home race as well. So, of course, he's obviously hoping to get a good result. Tom Daniel, with his debut, I believe, is in 8th. Rachel out in 9th. Fokito in 10th. Marco Boda in 11th. Ryan's Fat and Dubsy are the guys that did not either set a time or were disqualified. So, that's pretty much the lineup for today's race. And I think I saw someone came in late, so we're probably going to have 14 cars on the grid, not... Oh! Well, there's a little bit of a twist. It's raining for today's race. Well, this is only for the feature race. But, should be exciting to see. Hopefully there won't be too much carnage, though, in the first corner. Of course, you know, the first chicane is obviously, well, the area that you're going to have a lot of trouble if you don't get the corners right. So, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown of the circuit as well. And yeah, we'll go from there. So Monza is 3.6 miles long. Or if... Oh! Okay, well, I'm sure I had a little bit of a moment there at the start. It seems like everyone is at the start of the formation. Now, that's hopefully not a sign of things to come. But anyways, it's... Or if you want it, so yeah, 3.6 miles, or as like I said, if it's for all Europeans, it's 5.7 kilometers long. There's 11 corners, 4 to the left and 7 to the right. You have 2 DRS zones on the front stretch out of Parabolica, and of course, after the second Lesmo corner, which is turn 6. But, of course, that won't be... Oh! And Armchair has a moment again. This time he hits the guardrail on the outside of the chicane. Well, I don't think you can get damaged over when you're in a formation lap, so hopefully you don't do that during the race. I'm hoping not to see too many DNFs. So let me know in the comments also what your predictions are. I think for my prediction for this race, I'm going to go with BRT Fast winning the race, Kiwi in second, and Archer Bike in third. But yeah, I'll give you the rundown one more time as well. So Archer Bike, who's in the Vitusi, is in first. BRT Fast in second. The BWTR. Nooney in third. Oh, he just got disqualified. And the ART in third. Kiwi and the Dams in fourth. Captain Schmeck, who also got disqualified in the formation lap, is in fifth. In the BWTR. And Tengu and the Dams in sixth. Silent Cheese TS Gamer in the Sauber Junior team is in seventh. Tom Daniel and the Prima is in eighth. Rachel Haddon and the Quito, the two, I think they're MP Motorsports, if I'm correct, are 9th and 10th. Marco Boda in 11th. And the Potosi, Brian Svat in the MP Motorsports in 12th. Dubsy Mal in the Prima in 13th. And Joplin in, what car is that? Oh, that's a Carlin. Oh, and the Carlin is in 14th. I don't think he drives a Carlin, if I'm honest. All right. Here we go, 15 laps ahead of us, and in a very wet Monza, Italy. We will get going. Camera angle, Codemasters, this is not a good angle. There we go. And we got 5 red lights. Oh, a drive-through penalty already for Rachel Add, and we are underway from Monza. Rachel Add already is up into the front of the field, but we'll have to serve that drive-through penalty. Archer Bike gets a good start, it looks like, and looks like BRT Fast gets along very nicely as well. Here we go into the first chicane. It looks like everyone's got by just smoothly. I'm surprised. Oh, I spoke a little bit too soon, as Brian had a little bit of a moment with Marco Boda, but they seem to get by just fine. And Archer Bike currently leads the way from BRT Fast to Nooney. Kiwi and Tengu ran out the top 5. Now we go into the Del Rocio chicane. It looks like Nooney's thinking about a move on BRT Fast. Thinks about it, but this stays behind him at least for now. Cuts the chicane. 2 drivers had to cut the chicane, actually. Him and Captain Schmig, and I think someone else had to do it as well. I think it was one of the MP Motorsports. That might have been Ryan. Into now the Lesmo corners. And it looks like everyone's got by just fine. So pretty much everyone's just going at least single file for the time being. BRT Fast thinking about a move. Oh, doesn't matter. 5-second penalty plus gain 2 places as well. So he probably had an illegal overtake as well. That was against him. Now here comes BRT Fast on the outside into the Ascari chicane. Will he think about the move in the Ascari chicane? No, stays behind him. And we'll do a little bit of a slide though. Coming out of that Ascari chicane. Of course, it's going to be slippery when you get out of the exit, of course. Into now the Parabolica. Now this is the area that you're going to have to really be trying to turn that car as well, especially with these F2 cars in the pouring rain, because it's not going to be easy. As you can see there, Fast gets a little bit of a moment, slides. He lost quite a bit of time. And 1.2 seconds separate between him and Fast. For some reason, it says my interval for Nooney is 1 lap down. But that's not correct, because he is in third. Oh, a big moment there from Kiwi. Locks up the brakes. Then he has to let his teammate by of Tengu. Captain Schmeg goes by. And looks like, okay, 10-second penalty for Duzmal. I think I saw someone else on a penalty. I don't know who it was, because the graphic went too quick for me. Looks like a caution somewhere in the backfield. Might have been Makito. So there's Rachel Hack gains his drive-through penalty serve. Doesn't matter, a drive-through penalty for corner cutting and gain 4 places. Wow, 2 drivers already have gain place penalties as well. Ryan's fat a 3-second time penalty now for corner cutting. But wait, Dusty Mal's at first? How did he get up at first? I'm sorry if I didn't catch that. I guess there was a moment or something. But yeah, Dusty Mal's up to first. With on your bike, Nooney is under pressure from BRT Fast. BRT Fast looking the inside, does not make the move done. Goes into the gravel now, and now that allows Tengu to get by him. But now Kiwi and Marco Boda are right behind him as well. Will Kiwi get by? We'll run on board with them. There's a caution somewhere. It's Lokito, I think. Yep, Lokito. Back up with Kiwi and BRT Fast, though. On the outside is Kiwi, and he's got Marco Boda right behind him as well. Will they maybe move on? No. Stays behind at least for now. There's a 3-car train building up between those guys, and Armchair Bike has the fastest lap of the race so far. Now Kiwi trying to get the slipstream from BRT Fast. BRT Fast trying to get out of the slipstream as much as he can. He's going to defend the outside line. Does he make a move? No, not quite. Not quite yet. But now Kiwi's bringing the pressure. Oh, Ryan, another penalty for, jump it. Oh, someone else has gone to the wall. It's Lukito has gone into the wall. Wow, that's and Dovey Mal just parked into the inside wall at the end of the Del Raggia chicane. Oh, contact made, and BRT Fast is spun. No, more collisions. More collisions, a 4-car pileup with Marco Boda, Kiwi, and his teammates getting in there. BRT Fast, a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision. Now that obviously it's not his fault. And we have a VSC. I think there might have been damage from Kiwi from the way it looked. I think also Captain Schmeg had damage as well. Yeah, he has damage. He doesn't have an end plate. Let me look at Kiwi's, if I could get a good camera angle. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely, you're gonna have to box. Yeah, and I think that's the same story with Marco. He has the same situation as Fast, as he doesn't have an end plate. Actually, not as fast, not like Fast, but Captain Schmeg. Okay, green flag racing again after VSC. Looks like it's back to now being a 4-car train. It looks like 3 wide into Parabolica at the exit of Parabolica. But now they gotta have to go back to the pits. Captain Spec, Kiwi, now that 5-second time penalties for speeding in the pit lane. Ryan also has a 5-second penalty as well. Delsey Malin, the 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and Ryan has to retire from the race. Ryan retired from the pit lane. Oh, let me get the telemetry up for you guys so it make it easier. Got to do that. So we have about 4 cars in the pit lane, and right now we have Armchair Bike, Nooney, and Tengu pretty much leading the front 3 so far. Marco at 4th with BRT Fast in 5th. But BRT Fast somehow did have wing damage with all the collision that he had with that 4-car pileup in the first Lesno. But Marco Boda, I don't think that's the position's going to hold for long because he has very severe wing damage. He's missing an end plate, too. So 4 laps down. Armchair Bike. Pretty much lead where he left off from Belgium, leading the Grand Prix again here in Monza. But yeah, like I said, I don't have the standings or anything like that. I think we're down to 3 or 4 rounds, if I'm correct. So, like I said, hopefully I get the standings up for you guys soon. As BRT Fast is looking on the outside of Marco Boda into Parabolica. Silent GTX Gamer gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cuts. But I think BRT Fast will get Marco Boda as they round the Parabolica. He's on the outside. Now he's going to try to get a slipstream. And a little bit of lag, it looked like there too from Marco. On the outside goes BRT Fast. Will he make the move done before they get to the first chicane? It's close, but I think he's got him this time. Armchair Bike, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that puts down to the hands of Nooney because I don't. Oh, something's gone off. It's was that Joplin? I think he had a moment or something. Saw a caution in the first sector. But yeah, let me look, because I don't think Nooney has any penalties, nor even a... Okay, he does have a warning. I was going to say no warning, but he does. So this actually puts it in the hands of Nooney, really. And And I just got confirmation about what happened with Ryan. Apparently he said his brakes didn't work. Yeah, the thing about these brakes on this car is that they are not that great. They're not that strong, and with the rain, they're very easy to slide. So yeah, right now the order stands right now. Armchair Bike with the 3-second penalty is in the lead, but he's under pressure now from Mooney. And Tanger's in third, BRT Fast is in fourth, Marco in fifth, Tom Daniel in sixth. Seventh is Joplin, eighth is Captain Spec, ninth is Kiwi, essentially it's GTS Gamer in 10th, Desmond in 11th, Bukito in 12th, and Rachel in 13th. But I think Tom also has a gained penalty as well. Does he? Or no, he does not have a penalty. Who was also that had a penalty that was gained? Oh, I think it was Dubsme. I think it was like a 2-place gain penalty. So, PFT Fast with the fast lap of the race. Ooh. I think that was Tom, was it? No, it was other Prima, Dubsy. That had a bit of a moment. But pretty much if Tengu wants to overtake Archer Bike, he has to deal with, caution. It's for Dubsy Mount. He spotted the same area again at the end of the Del Roger chicane, and he is still spinning with barely even a front wing, I will say. Oh, don't! Oh! Oh, thank goodness ghosting is on. Otherwise, that could have been very nasty. Oh, that was so close. What I was going to say is that, okay, Dusby's gone. He's retired. Oh, he must have retired at the same area. And that brought out a safety car. So, now that's going to change things. So pretty much I would assume now everyone's going to go into the pits. And change for a new set of wets. As yes they do. Armchair Bike goes in. Tango goes in. BRT Fast also goes in. Yeah, I'm going to expect at least the top 6 to at least pit. But that also allows the bottom half of the field to at least catch up. So pretty much the biggest winner of this, for the safety car. Oh, and Joplin, well, I would say he's the biggest loser in that part. 5-second penalty for being in the pit lane. I was going to say the biggest winner would be probably the bottom half of the field from 7 to 12, because at least they could catch up to the field. And hopefully, at least get to the front runners. But there is penalties for quite a few of you guys, too, if I remember. Kiwi, yeah, he has 6 seconds. Captain Schmeg, also 6 seconds. Giant Silent GTS Gamer has 3 seconds. Lukito does not. Oh. Wait, hang on. Rachel he has, I think that's 11 seconds, plus a couple of game place penalties. And I saw that apparently was there a change of position between those two? Okay, I don't know why it's doing that stupid glitch. There we go. Yeah, normally when there's a safety car happening, the map is supposed to highlight all the yellow. What if those two were racing each other for the green safety car? Because you can't do that under safety car conditions. Because I saw it change of position at one point. But pretty much right now, as Armchair Bike leads the pack with the safety car out. Nudi's in second, Tengu in third, and BRT Fast and Daniel trying to catch up. And of course, you got the bottom of the pack also trying to catch up as well. But on the way it looks for the sprint race, if this positions will hold, Captain Schmeg will be your pole sitter, and Marco will be in second with Joplin in third, and Tom Daniel and BRT Fast being the top 5, and of course so on. But that's only if you're in 8th, from 1st to 8th, of course. I think this is also the first time in a while that I've actually even seen rain in Monza too, especially very heavy rain as well. South GTX Gamer 3-second penalty. Luquito 10-second penalty for corner cutting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what's going on right now. I guess I could give you a little bit of history about Monza too. If you know, also the this track also hosts like the WTCC, the World Touring Car Championship. It's also hosted like the Italian Motorcycle Grand Prix, which also, believe it or not, Italy is also famous for a lot of bikes as well. More importantly, most famous brand I would say is the Ducati. Of course, that's also very famous for all the street bike enthusiasts. Of course, this is also home to some F1 teams, such as the main contributor, obviously being Ferrari, and of course Alfa Romeo, but Toro Rosso as well, because even though their suppliers is from Honda, but their base is from Italy. Probably some of the most memorable moments I've seen from this track. Well, how can you not forget about last year's Italian Grand Prix? Charles Leclerc battling out with the Mercedes for a while. Lewis Hamilton for the first half of the race. And then that little incident between those two in the Del Roggio chicane where he pushed him off a little bit. And then, of course, when he was trying to hold up Valtteri Bottas for the last 12 laps of the race. And, of course, Valtteri screwed up by locking up the brakes in the first chicane. That cost him a lot of time and also couldn't make up the time as well. 2018, of course, that had the moment where Kimi Räikkönen set the track record in Monza, Italy for a 1 minute 19.1, I think it was a 1:39, if I'm correct. Luquito, another penalty, 10 seconds again for corner cutting. A lot of harsh penalties, it looks like. But anyway, but yeah, 2018. Of course, the track record set by Kimi, and of course, that's also when Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton had that incident right here in this corner where you're looking at the Del Roggio chicane on the very first lap. Lewis Hamilton would end up going to win that race also. The thing is that Ferrari has had not so much success in the 2010 decade. They only had 2 victories in the decade from 2010 to 2020. That's gamer 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Fernando Alonso, of course, was the winner for the 2010 Italian Grand Prix. Then last year was Charles Leclerc. And the safety car will come in this lap, as we have 7 laps to go till the checkered flag. And we will get back under green flag racing once again, with Armchair Bike leading the way, with Nudie behind him, Tengu in 3rd, and BRT Fast up into 4th. And Tom Daniel right behind him in 5th. Alright, so the cars are going around the final corner now around Parabolica, and we will get back under green flag racing once again. A little bit of bunch up between these cars, and we are back under racing once again. And oh, looks like someone went into the pits or glitched into the pits. I don't know. Rachel had a moment. Luquito did not make it to the safety car queue. But Armchair bike from Nooney, and then, oh my goodness, a little bit of a skirmish there as Tom Dale messed up big time, and that's allowed Marco Boda to get ahead of him, and BRT Fast has dropped down into 5th place. Captain Schmeg has moved up a couple places, though. Kiwi right behind him, and wow, this is good. Whoa. Woo, Kiwi and Tom Daniel side by side before they get to the Del Rogia chicane. What's gonna... Oh, big bump there. No, Tom Daniel has pushed. I think that was Captain Schmeg. It was. And we have a caution already. And I think that was that Rachel? I'm not entirely sure. But Tom Daniel did not hit the brakes at all. Pushed Captain Schmeg off the circuit a little bit into the runoff area. But pretty much Armchair Bike and Nooney are having their own separate battle from the way it looks. Tengu is still right on 3rd. Marco Boda in 4th now. Tom Daniel, though, right behind him is Silent GTX Gamer, who was, I think, was in 10th. BRT Fast has gone down to 10th now. So he's looking at a more vulnerable position as well from the, well, I would presume, the points there right now. And it looks like we got the sun breaking out as well, so we might see a little bit of clearing, I think, as well, but I don't think it'll be enough once the race is done. So, GTX Gamer now putting pressure. Oh, wait, why is he weaving? That shouldn't be allowed. You gotta defend your line there. There, Tom. You can't weave. Oh, no! GTX Gamer had a moment there, and he collided with Captain Schmeg, and that's also allowed Kiwi to get ahead of them as well. Oh, dear. But yeah, the thing I'm mentioning is about the swerve is like you cannot do that. Like when you're racing, oh no, and Tom almost had the moment again. He almost had the moment the same area for the 3rd time. Now that's allowed Kiwi to get ahead of him, and now he's behind his teammates. So the Dams are on 4th and 5th. And speaking of the Dams, Tengu is bringing the pressure on Marco. As he's having a look, as he's kind of weaving a bit too. I don't think that's allowed. I noticed a couple of drivers were weaving. Like, I don't think that's allowed at all. Like, what I'm mentioning about that is that it's kind of a thing in motorsport. You're not allowed to swerve when you. Oh, a massive lockup, and it looks like someone had a moment. I think that was Rachel. Yeah, it was Rachel. Marco Boda got a little bit squirrely there, and now we go into the front stretch. As Tengu right behind Marco Boda, and I think he's got him this time. Does he get him on the outside before the first chicane, though, is the question. And on the outside, locks up the brakes. He has the inside line, though, pushes him off slightly, but they're still wheel to wheel at the end of the chicane. Now it looks like they're going to fight off through the Curva Grande as Marco Boda has a slight advantage. Marco Boda with the slight advantage, and I think he'll get to Del Roger, but nope, here comes Tengu. Oh no, and Marco has gone off to the runoff area, and he got a penalty to add on to that as well. Has to get on the track safely, he does, thankfully. And we have a caution in the 1st and 2nd sector. I believe that would be Rachel again. Oh my. But what I was mentioning about the weaving is that when you have a car behind you that's trying to get the slipstream, you can't weave in the front straight. You have to hold your line. It's just so also like, oh, and Nooney got a penalty as well. So now this is wide open game between the Armchair Bike and Nooney. You know, for the last few races we've seen Bertuzzi versus ART, and now we've got now we got wait, did I say ART? I meant BWTR, my bad. Now this week we got Bertuzzi versus between an ART. Nooney right behind him now. This is also for the race lead. Can he go on the outside of the first chicane? He's going to go on the outside. Pulls off, but oh, a big moment there for Archer Bike. He has to go into the speed bumps, and he will get across and ahead, but Nooney's going to come back at him on the inside before they get to the Curva Grande. Can he make the move? Done. They bang wheels but at the Curva Grande, but I think Nooney has a slight advantage before they get to the Del Roggio chicane. Archer Bike has the inside line to the Del Roggio chicane. Oh, this is so close. Archer Bike does get the move done. What a brilliant move by Archer Bike. Great move there from the Vitusi. Great battle between him and the ART of Nooney. I wasn't expecting Nooney to be up there at all, to be honest. Actually, I did predict him, but he wasn't really. I don't even normally see Nooney up in this area, so this was actually good to see from the ART driver. Looks like Tom had a bit of a moment, I think. Oh no, Nooney messed up, and the Ascari went way too deep. That's allowed Archer Bike to now break away slightly. Right now it's locked in as a Vitusi 1-3. Caution in sector 2, I think that might be Rachel again, and yes it is. Or it might have been one of the MP Motorsport cars. But yeah, that cost the other the Ascari chicane definitely cost Nooney some time. And I think Archer Bike might have this locked up unless he makes a mistake. BRT Fast again, the fastest lap of the race. So yeah, I think pretty much from the way it looks like it might be locked in for Archer Bike. As it looks like, oh, it's just a lap car. Sadashi's Gamer trying to get by, looks like Quito. And looks like we have a little bit of a skirmish between the, looks like the top 4. Tanker's involved, Marco Boto's involved, and Kiwi's somewhat back there, but he's slowly catching up. Oh, in a moment there, it looks like someone went off slightly. I think that was Marco. He went too far on the inside out of the first Lesmo corner. So, Armchair Bike leading the way so far, and it looks like he'll be leading the final lap, going to the final lap of this race, the feature race. And I think I saw Marco has a 3-second time penalty. Does Tango have any penalties, though, is the question. He does not. So, this would be in line for Tango to actually get podium for the feature race. So, here we go. The final lap now starts for Armchair Bike. As he starts the 15th, the final lap of the Italian Grand Prix here in Monza. And Marco Boda gets ahead of Nooney at the start-finish line. Now Nooney's going to try to come back at him. But Marco Boda trying to defend that outside line. And I think he's going to try to do everything he can. But no, he cannot defend the inside line, though, in the inside part of turn 2. And I think Nooney's got him. No, they made contact! Oh, dearie me. And now that's allowed Marco to lose 2 places, maybe even 3. As fast as behind him as well. But now Kiwi is up into 3rd place. With, Nooney had a moment as well, looked like. I didn't catch that. Sorry if I didn't catch it. Nooney's gone off into the speed bumps, and now he's got 2 dams right behind him. And they are under pressure. And Tegu on the outside into the first Lesmo corner. This is, oh, this is close. This is so close. There's still wheel-to-wheel in the second Lesmo corner. But now he's gone off to the gravel. Tengu has lost 2 positions. Maybe 3, now that's 3. Nooney's back up into 2nd place, and now Kiwi will try to hunt down that ART in front of him. Into the Ascari chicane we go, and Kiwi right behind him. Still, can he make a good exit out of the Ascari chicane? It looked like they did, but I think Nooney did as well. And I think Nooney's got this locked up, but starting off from what happened last week with Archer Bike dominated Belgium. He's got pretty much Italy locked down for the first race. The feature race goes to Armchair Bike at the Vitusi. Nooney will come around in second place. Marco Polo goes to third, but he's going to lose because of penalties. So did Nooney. So it's a Dams 2-3. BRT Fast moves up to fourth. And Nooney, Marco Boda are in fifth and sixth. Joplin in seventh, and Captain Schmeg finishes in eighth. So Captain Schmeg will start in first for the sprint race. Sanchi Gamer will come across in ninth, and I think he'll move down because of penalties. Oh no, he doesn't move down because of penalties. So Tom will finish in 10th with no front wing on his car. Keto finished in 11th, and Rachel Had, the last of the running cars, will finish in 12th. I'm sure the drivers are going to have to pray for at least a dry sprint race. They probably don't want to be dealing with the wet Monza again. So Archer Bike, third win in a row. Well, pretty much, if you want to call it that, I mean, because he won the feature and sprint race last week in Belgium. So pretty much leaving where he left off. But, yes, wins the feature race here in Monza. And once again for Fatusi. But the Dams, a great performance for them, with Kiwi finishing second and his French compatriot Tangu finishing in third. So as soon as we get the celebrations done, we'll go through the order one more time and then pretty much give you a rundown of what will be for the sprint race. So yeah, since Archer Bike finished first, he'll start 8th. Kiwi will start 7th since he's finished 2nd. Tengu is 3rd since he finished 6th. BRT Fast will start in 5th since he finished 4th. Nooney will start 4th since he finished 5th. Marco Burr will start in 3rd since he finished 6th. And then Joplin in 7th. And will start in 2nd. And Captain Schmig will be on pole for the sprint race. Sanchi GS Gamer, Tom Daniel, Lukido, Rachel Had, Dubsy, and Ryan Spat will round it off. And now we move on to the sprint race, and this will be 11 laps this time. And of course, like in a sprint, every sprint race, you don't need to do a pit stop. It's not required, and not like in a feature race. So. And it looks like we now will have a dry race. So we've gone from wet to dry. Interesting transition. And it looks like it's dusk as well, because the sun looks like it's pretty low. And it looks like everyone's getting their setups all ready to go. And then we will get started for the formation lap. And we'll give you the new rundown once again for the sprint race in case you just tuned in. And for everyone that's watching, thank you for watching the sprint race so far. My name is Racer X. Been doing the sprint race since the French Grand Prix. So I came in a little late as well, but it's been fun so far. Alright, well, someone's getting in a hurry. I think, who was that? Was that, I think that was a Prima car. I couldn't tell. Trying to find who that is. It's Cubsby. Even though he started in 13th. Make himself look like he's on pole. Sound GDS Gamer apparently got ahead of him as well. So apparently they're not being patient. Anyways, let me give you the order. Captain Schmeg is on pole, Joplin in 2nd, Marco Boda in 3rd, Muni in 4th, BRT Fast in 5th, Tangu in 6th, and then Kiwi in 7th, and then Armchair Bike, the feature race winner, will round it off for the guys that finished from 1st to 8th from the feature race. And the rest of the field is Silent GTS Gamer in 9th, Tom Daniel in 10th, Okito in 11th, Rachel Had in 12th, Dusty Mal in 13th, and then Ryan is Fat in 14th. Right. So, looks like no one got disqualified from the formation lap like what happened last race. Thank goodness for that. And let me look at the tires that everyone was using. Looks like everyone's using the mediums. And yes, everyone is using the mediums. So, that's pretty much what it's going to look like then. And I would assume we're not... And hopefully we won't see too much carnage. That feature race was a little bit something else. With a lot of cars going off the track. And a lot of penalties. If I had to give a rough estimated guess of how many penalties were given that race, I'm going to say there was over like at least nearly over 100, maybe more, of seconds of penalties. Plus like 9 place gain penalties in total from 3 drivers. So the green flags are being waved, and we will get ready for the sprint race here in Monza for the final time, and lights out and away we go for the sprint race. Captain Schmeg looks like he got a fantastic start, but so does his teammate as he's getting squeezed. It looks like we're going 3 wide from the midfield. Captain Schmeg has a clear run. Massive walk up there from Joplin. A little bit of contact, but that doesn't matter. Captain Schmeg stays ahead. Nooney has moved up to the 2nd place, with Joplin moving down to the 3rd place. Tanku has moved up into 4th now, with Marco Boda moving all the way down from, I think it was a 3rd, all the way down to 5th place. Lost 2 positions after the first 2 corners. But Captain Schmeg leading the way for the BWTR now. From him to Nooney, from Joplin to Tanku. It looks like someone's got a moment there, and it looks like to be Lakito. He's at another moment again. Oh my, it's not been a great few race weekends so far from Lakito. He's had some rough... a moment there now, and Sanchi's game, and those 2 collided again. This time in the Lesmo corners. Oh dear, but Nooney's now got the inside line of Captain Schmeg into the Escar chicane. Nooney now takes the lead of the sprint race. Now he's got Joplin for company as well. 3-car train looks like to be forming. Tangu and Marco Boda have formed a little bit of a group as well. Captain Schmeg tries to go around the outside. Does he go for the outside move? No, not quite. But stays behind him for now. We're right on board with him. I think he's got the slipstream. Does he have the straight line speed? I don't think he does. He doesn't seem to be breaking away. Now he's going to try to go for the inside line instead of the outside line. Let's see what he does to the outside line. Inside line. He will have the inside line to turn 1, but turn 2, he will have the outside line. A little bit of contact, though, between those two. A little bit of a squeeze between him and Nooney, but Nooney stays ahead. Marco Boda now gets ahead of Joplin. Into the Curva Grande they go. And Marco Boda gets ahead of him now. Captain Schmeg now try to go the inside line into the Del Raggia chicane. Can he make this move done? Oh, a little bit of contact, though, but it looked like Nooney had the best of it. But now he's lost now 2 positions, as Joplin gets ahead of him as well into the first Lesmo corner. Captain Schmeg has moved down from 2nd to 4th now, after starting on pole in the first lap. Marco Boda now bringing the pressure on Nooney. Nooney trying to defend his inside line. Into the discard chicane we go. Will Nooney hold him off? Yes, he will. But remember, DRS will be enabled once we hit lap 3. Of course, that's in every rule from the FIA. And looks like almost the top 4 went completely wide there at the end of the Ascari chicane. And we have a caution already in the Ascari chicane. It looked like to be Bukito. On the outside goes Marco Boda. Will he make this outside move done? It's very rare to see someone go on the outside line. No, not yet, but he will be side by side, right behind him, and now behind him now. Now they go into the first chicane we go. DRS is not enabled yet for them, as they will get enabled in the second DRS zone, and it looks like Marco Boda stays behind, at least for now. Looks like everyone's got through cleanly. It looks like Ryan is fat. Has a little bit of a moment there with Dubsy Mal, and looks like nothing happened there, thankfully. But Now we go back up to the front of the field. Marco Boda right behind Nuni. Which way is he going to go, inside or outside? He's going inside into the Del Rocio chicane. A little bit of contact made, and still more contact made. And now Joplin is going to get it on the outside in the Carlin. Into the first Lesmo corner on the outside of Marco Boda. And he's still on the outside of Marco Boda. Captain Schmig wants to get a little bit involved. And he's still right behind him as well. DRS isn't able for the guys in the top 5. But will there be any moves done is the question. Joplin trying to get by Marco Boda. Marco Boda holds the outside line. Big lock up there. Marco Boda right behind Nuni though. Caution in the was it the Ascari? Yes, it's Captain Schmeg. He's had a moment at the Ascari chicane. Oh no, a big unfortunate moment there for him. Deary me, and Marco Boda trying to think on the inside now. Oh my goodness, more contact made at the Parabolica, but now Armchair Bike is getting involved as well. Looking to dominate once again, and DRS is enabled. The Vitusis are right now in second and third. Marco Boda on the inside, and so is Armchair Bike, but I think Marco's got the best of a big lock up there again on the outside line into the second chicane. And it looks like someone went through the runoff road. That was Dubsy, who completely obliterates the signposts. But it doesn't matter. Marco Boda is in the lead. Nuni's in second. But here comes Armchair Bike. VSC is now deployed. How did the VSC get deployed? Was it from when Dubsy ran through all the signs? Silence GTX Gamer, a 3-second penalty. Ooh, oh my. Yeah, a rough day though for Captain Schmeg. Oh, Silence GTX Gamer just retired. So Keto going to the pits. For a new front wing or new tires? Oh, he's getting for new tires. Green flag looks like it's racing again. Nunia, he's moved up to the first. Well then, but remember DRS will be enabled still, as this was under VSC, not actual safety car. Marco Boda on the outside into Parabolica. He will stay behind though once we get to the DRS detection point, as it looks like he's gonna try and fit him. Whoa, they're close! He leads him to the pits! No way! Archer Bike is in the lead. No way that just happened. Wow. I have never, in all my times watching F1 or F2 races, I have never seen that before. Where someone leads someone to the pits. Oh my goodness. But Armchair Bike back in the lead once again. But now he's got Joplin for car company in the Carlin. I have never seen that before. Now, were those two meant to go to the pits? That's my question. Marco Boda, I noticed he changed his front wing, but I didn't notice I didn't know he had wing damage. Oh, Joplin. Little moment there at the end of the Lesmos, but now that's allowed BRT Fast to get ahead of him. And he will into second place. The points leader, well, I presume it is in second place. Now he's going to try to get bring some pressure for Armchair Bike, as he is also in DRS range as well. Only half a second separate between him and the Vitusi. Captain Schmeg has somewhat made up some ground, as he's got a little bit of a bout with the Campos racing car of Ryan is Fat. Ryan has the inside line though into Parabolica, and it looks like these two are still wheel to wheel, and they are. Fast does have the fastest lap of the race. Let's go back up to them now, as BRT Fast has the DRS and the slipstream, but does not get ahead of him. Not quite yet. But Ryan battling out with Fast's teammate, Captain Schmeg. Captain Schmeg just holding up. Oh, it looks like he had a better exit, though, better traction at least, but doesn't get ahead of him. Will BRT fast though again once they get to the second DRS zone? Good question. Half a second separates between him and his rival, Armchair Bike. Armchair Bike, so far, leading the race yet again. BRT fast right behind him as well. The Ascari chicane. He's got really good exit speed through the Ascari chicane and better traction as well. That's going to allow him to get much, much closer. 1.083 seconds, and now Fast has taken the lead before the Parabolica, but who was behind who before the detection point? Oh, that's a cheeky move there from Armchair Bike. So by braking before the detection point, gets the DRS on Fast, and now takes back the lead of the Grand Prix. But Fast is coming back at him on the outside into the first chicane. Now Fast tries to do a little switch around on the outside before the Curva Grande. Into the Curva Grande we go. Fast gets ahead of him now, slightly, but not quite. Armchair Bike is still right beside him. Joplin not far behind them either. Fast gets the lead again. And we got a comment from Duncan saying hello. Oh, hello. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the F2 race. So pretty much now Fast leads the sprint race. Armchair Bike in second with Joplin. Payne on in third in the Carlin. Kiwi in fourth, and Tom Daniel rounding off the top five so far. Alright, so I think now looks like Armchair Bike, we will see him get DRS yet again. 4/10, or nearly half a second, now half a second separate between him and BRT Fast. Does he have the straight line speed though together? Not quite just yet. He's thinking about going the inside. Oh my goodness, he goes deep into the speed bumps, and he does not get ahead of him. But that was a pretty bold move there from Armchair Bike. Tengu, a 3-second penalty, but that also cost him a lot of time. But great job by Fast to at least maneuver his way around the Vatusi that was literally going into the first corner like a missile. But I don't think this battle will be over just quite yet. DRS is yet again enabled for the Vatusi. We have 4 laps to go until the sprint race is over. It's Fast from Armchair Bike to Kiwi to Joplin to Tom Daniel right now. Oh, he didn't get a good exit like he has done in the past couple times. That's lost. Yeah, now he's out of DRS range. That cost him a lot there. The first bit was because of the deep dive into turn 1. The other one was because of the exits he's got out of the Scary. Fast had much better exit speed. Now they're separated by just 1.1 seconds. So yet again, we had a little bit of a BWT Arden and a Vatusi battle yet again. Yeah, look at the exit speed though from Fast. He just has so much exit speed. So he pretty much just focused well, of course with Italy you want to focus on straight line speed because that's what this circuit is known for. And Armchair Bike just shot himself in the foot more with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But I think at this rate, Captain Schmeg also has a 3-second penalty. I think he might be in line for winning another race weekend. I think this would be his 4th. Because I think he won let me think. He won France, I think. It was either France or Austria. Let me look at the points real quick. Sorry if I'm not being like too correct on that because just days have not been updated. Just give me one moment. Hopefully I won't miss too much of the action. Joplin right behind Kiwi. The battle for third place. This is for the final podium spot, and Fast with the fastest lap of the race. And the DRS is enabled for the Carlin car. Into the inside before the first chicane. Does he make the move done? I think he got him at least. Yes, he does. A lockup there from Kiwi, but gets ahead of him. Thank you. Also got ahead of Captain Schmeg. I saw in the background as well. So he's up into 6. But anyway, let me look. So, yeah, he won France, and then I remember he won. Was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it Britain or Hungary? He also won too. It was either one, but anyway, he would be in line for his 4th race weekend win. As Kiwi trying to get around Joplin on the inside into the Ascari chicane. Great move there by the Dams car before the Ascari chicane gets the move done and is up into the final podium position. But Joplin is not far behind him either. 3/10 separate each other now. Armchair Bike has definitely lost a lot of ground though after those couple of mistakes. Clouds are starting to roll in though. Final lap of the race, but even if it was going to be rain, it doesn't matter. This is the final lap of the race, as this will be pretty much the battle now for the final podium position. Joplin and Kiwi battling out for 3rd place. Joplin looking on the inside of the turn 1. Does he have the inside line done? Yes, he does. Oh, he has to go through the speed bumps. I don't know if he locked up, and that's a 3-second penalty. I'm pretty sure he had to give that position back. I think that cost him quite a lot, and yes, it did, as he's lost a significant amount of time. And is 1 second behind Kiwi for 3rd place. But either way, even if it gets by him, that 3-second time penalty definitely cost him. So I think this race is looking to be pretty much wrapped, unless Joplin can pull it off somehow with Kiwi. If Kiwi makes a mistake, but I don't think it's gonna be likely he'll make a mistake. I think he's got this locked. As yeah, he does. So pretty much, this looks like to be a wrap. So BRT Fast coming around the Parabolica for the final time, and it looks like the BWT are into BRT Fast since Hungary, I think it was, will win the sprint race here in Monza. Armchair Bike will finish in 2nd, and Kiwi will round it off in 3rd. Joplin in 4th, and Tom Daniel in 5th. Tangu in 6th, and Captain Schmeg in 7th. Brian is Fat in 8th, and Marco Boda in 9th, with Rachel Had round off the top 10. And then Nuni and Lokito round off the rest of the field. Dubsy Mao and Silent GTX Gamer were unfortunately the casualties for today's race. All right, so hopefully though we will get the standings updated for you guys. That's been following the F2 Euro series, but I would presume that Fast, I think, has the championship locked. I know Arden seems like they have the constructors locked up, but I think for the driver's POV, I think that would be most likely Fast winning it all. But I'm not entirely sure because I don't know the standings. Nuni does end up with the fastest lap of the race. And let me look at the calendar. I think after this, we move on to Russia. This will be the second to last round of the F2 series, and then we will end up in Abu Dhabi in 2 weeks' time. But BRT Fast and the Renault Academy having another successful weekend. Takes the sprint race win with Armchair Bike in second and Kiwi in third. And Kiwi yet again get another podium. As soon as we get this celebration all done, congratulations to BRT Fast and Armchair Bike for winning the Armchair Bike for winning the feature race, and of course BRT Fast for winning the sprint race. But the race weekend results, let's take a look at them now. Armchair Bike yet again wins another race weekend. This is the fourth one and the second one in a row. BRT Fast finishes in second with Kiwi in third, Tengu in fourth, Jomplin in fifth, Nuni in sixth, Marco Boda in seventh, Tom Daniel in eighth, Captain Schmeg in ninth, Silent GS Gamer in 10th, Ryan is Fat in 11th, Rachel Adam in 12th, Lakito in 13th, and WZ Mal rounding off the rest of the field. All right, and I think that's gonna wrap up the stream itself as well. So thank you very much for watching the F2 European series. Well, I should say also European / American series, as there's also some Americans slapped in there as well. And of course, I'm also American as well, commentating the race. My name has been Racer X. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your weekend. Take care. And also be sure to tune in for the Global and Elite Series this weekend, as we will be racing in France. Wherever on Sunday, wherever you are, be sure to tune in and watch that. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.